Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and please do subscribe and hit the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now loves, in today's video I am going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me, and creating this look, and I'm going to be tackling issues of exam anxiety and stress and mental health and well-being in general. So if you do want to see that, keep watching the video. I just like to open up my comment section and say, if you're going through whatever it is that you're going through and you want to share, of course, if you are willing to share, it might be something, a story that encourages somebody, it might be something that you need help with, just leave it in the comment section and let's help each other out, especially if you've gone through something similar. Let's help each other out in the comment section. I will also attend to the comments and reply as quickly as help each other out. Let's not die alone inside because of whatever that it is that we're going through and we don't have anybody else to talk to. My comment section is definitely open, loves, and yeah, let's get into the video. Firstly, before we get into the video, I'd like to explain how this thought about having this talk came to me. So I live in Hatfield, and so last week or a week ago, not a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I saw a tweet and somebody said, and it was in the morning, mind you, I saw this tweet in the morning, and this literally threw me off. I saw a tweet saying I just saw somebody with, okay, let me quote this properly. So the tweet, or the person who wrote the tweet, said, oh my gosh, I just saw somebody jump off the roof of Festival Edge, which is a student accommodation, and they said ribs breaking and all, and yeah, RIP. So basically the person didn't make it alive, and this just, like, it shocked me and it moved me at the same time. Like, it's just something that happens a lot. This is something that happens a lot. I've been in university for a couple of years now, and like every year there is suicide happening, like the students committing suicide because of exams and exam pressure and academics at this point in time, especially in the year. So especially in second semester, that's when they skyrocket, especially towards the months of September, October, and like towards the end of the year, towards exam season. And so that's why I wanted to have this talk with you guys, and yeah, I just wanted to give you a backstory of what sparked me having this conversation with you guys. And it's merely just because I want to share information, and I want us to be able to take care of each other and take care of our friends and realize that this is happening, so we can be aware and check up on our loved ones. So yeah, basically after seeing the tweet, something in me moved, because I'm like, we always see these kind of tweets. And it's quite sad, because we see this happen a lot to university students, especially this time of the year. I mean, it does happen in first semester. It doesn't happen at this rate, which always makes me think, like, guys, school is so stressful. But I'm always asking myself, like, is it really? I'm using my Beauty Treats Beautivolt's eyeshadow palette. Beautivolt's All Eyes on Me. And I'm going to use the colors Bubblegum and Blush for today's. The reason why I ask, is it worth it, is because the answer is quite obvious, but if it's not, I'm just going to say it now. It's not. It's really not. Like, school is one part of your life, but there's still the rest of your life, you know what I mean? Like, there's still so many things in your life and so many things about you and about your life, and it's not just school. And it's so sad to see students take their lives because things were not working out academically, like because you couldn't see past this stress that you have, this pressure that you have, this failure that you have, this exam that you didn't get into, or the possibility of academic exclusion. Like, I just feel like we need to remove the pressure from ourselves, especially like when it comes to school. We need to tell ourselves and understand that school is literally not all that we have in life. There's so much more that we have and that we can achieve, that we can do, and that concerns our life. So yeah, guys, that's the first practice. The first practice is to understand that yes, I'm a student. Yes, this is a very big part of my life, because at the end of the day, we all want to graduate and get our degrees, finish, and like maybe it's going to be a start of your career, maybe it's really something that you really want to do, but it's literally a part of your life. There's other things, there's family, there's friends, there's other things that you do with your life, like maybe you have like side gigs, hobbies, and other things. And so like, it's really not that major. Once you break it down to that point, you realize that it's not major. it's major, but it's not that big of a deal. Do you know what I mean? I mean, something that I do daily when I go to bed is I pray. And I've realized that in my prayers, the first thing I do is gratitude, like thank God for this in my life. So I thank God that I have clothes on my body. I thank God that I'm healthy. I thank God for the air in the breath in my lungs. I thank him for the food in my stomach. I thank him for, you know, small things that people take for granted, because some people don't have shelter, some people don't have food, some people didn't get to wake up today, you know. So there's these small things, and then you realize that your life is actually worth so much more. I thank him for the people he's placed in my life, my friends, my family, my blessings, you know, like one small thing that went positive, like maybe you did well in a test or practical and you didn't expect it to happen. Thank God for that. And then you get to realize that, oh wow, I have so much to be grateful for, I have so much to live for. So besides the fact that maybe you're sick, or besides the fact that you're not performing well academically, that's just one thing that is not going well. What about all these other things that you have and you're blessed with in your life? Do you know what I mean? So I think that's another practice that we all need to get ourselves to do. Another thing with this whole suicidal attempts and actual suicides that happen, which is quite sad, is linked to, mainly at this time of the year, it's linked to exam stress. So even though maybe you didn't perform well during the year, and now you have stress or anxiety about the exam, am I going to perform well? Am I going to qualify to enter into exam if you have exam entrance at your varsity or school? So such things. But I just want to say that, guys, take it one day at a time, and do your best, and really that should be enough. Like, your best should be enough. I remember going through matric exams, and you know when you're in matric is everything. Like, it is the biggest thing that could ever happen to you, like in terms of like exams. And it really is, because you haven't seen anything else, and once you get out of matric you realize that, whoa, it's a whole new, like, there's a lot of other things in life and about life than just like that exam that you're stressing about. But I remember my mom always like checking me, like when I would, like on days where I would study like the whole afternoon, and I spend the whole afternoon studying in my room. Like, she'd make me come out for dinner to have dinner with everybody else, and she would like make me maybe hang around with them for like 15-30 minutes. And even like when I go back to studying at midnight, she'd come into my room and be like, baby girl, it's time to sleep now, it's really time. And like, I really valued that, because I feel like from that point she told me that she taught me that it's quite important to get relaxed, to get enough sleep, to eat well. And that is a part of lifestyle and healthy living that people neglect when they're going through exams. We give ourselves like 2 or 3 hours of sleep in a day. We don't even eat well. Sometimes we have 1 meal or 2 meals in a day, or 1 meal and snacks in between when we're hungry or whatever. And that really does impact you. Like, you get quite stressed if you're not eating healthy. So your body, even without you mentally being stressed, your body itself is stressed because it is deprived of water, of food, and you know, of rest. So it's quite important to remember that you must eat well during this season. During this time that you're preparing for exams, don't neglect your diet, don't neglect your body. Eat well, drink lots of water, and sleep. If it's time to sleep, just sleep. Like, I feel like if you've done your best, like I say, like if you've been preparing and you couldn't finish, or you've been preparing and like there's just a concept that you're not getting, and you've tried so many different things, your best is all that matters. Like, do your best. And that's one thing that I really appreciate that my mom instilled into us, me and my siblings. I remember she told my sister, even in her matric exam, she's like, don't even try and compare your sister's distinctions to yours. Get your own distinctions. Do your best in whatever. Your best is all that I want. Like, I don't even want you to upgrade her level or like compete in a certain subject that she did well or whatever. Just do your best, be yourself, and make yourself proud, and I'll be proud of that. So I think that was pretty cool. And that's why even at this point, like, my mom is very understanding. Like, she'll tell you, like, listen, university is hard. Like, I understand that university is hard. I think like that really helps, because she gave us a brief, like, before going to university. She's just like, I've been there, I know it's stressful, I know it's hard, I know sometimes like you try and get a concept and it's so difficult, and I know sometimes you try and study and you know things happen. So she's like, do not break your bones and your body and your cycle, like everything. Don't like bend over too backwards that you might even break, because you're trying to like do something that is impossible in a sense. Not really impossible, but like something that is just going to cost you your happiness and your health, and it's really not worth it, you guys. It really isn't. Now for foundation, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild photofocus foundation in the shade Cocoa. I'm going to use just a hint of mocha, like literally, like probably not even the entire spoon, like half of it or something. Just a hint. Mix it up in there. So literally the first thing that is very important is self-awareness. If you see that you have you have stress building up, or academic stress, or anything wrong with you, that's the most important part. Like, identify and be aware of your own problems. That way you can be able to deal with them. So my advice to you is literally like have gratitude, like a journal, or say it in a prayer like I do. That will constantly remind you of all the good things that are in your life and all the things that make life worth living. Also, you can just like meditate or like exercise to relieve stress when you're feeling stressed and anxious about the exam. You know, just a little break from academics, something that breaks you away from academics but doesn't also put you in a situation where you get another form of anxiety, like social anxiety, for example. So just do something for yourself, by yourself, and recognize your problem so you can tackle it. And then another thing is, if you feel like it's really getting too much for you on your own, like talk to your friends, talk to your family, or even seek professional help. Like, guys, talking really helps. Like, talk about your problems. Don't die alone by yourself inside because you couldn't talk to anybody about what you're going through, because at the end of the day you end up feeling so isolated. Sometimes you can't even think straight. You don't see like what could be positive about this life, whereas if you talk to somebody, they could help you realize all the other things that are going well in life and all the other things that make life worth living. I'm using LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Cool Tan to highlight my face, all the normal areas that I usually highlight, so the bridge of my nose, forehead, and you know, under eyes, chin, etc. So guys, it is actually quite important to be able to identify your problem. Another thing that's important for us to do, that we owe to ourselves, is obviously to check ourselves, but also we need to check on our friends, guys. Like, if you truly love somebody or you care about them, you honestly want them to be well. So that's another thing that people who are suicidal struggle with, is sometimes they feel alone or like nobody understands. And I'm not talking from experience, so correct me if I'm wrong, but from a little bit of psychology that I did, you know, as a scholar, I know that these are feelings that people do go through, and so it is actually quite important for them to understand that there's somebody in my corner, there's somebody who still wants me to be alive, there's somebody whose life, who values my life, you know what I mean? So do check up on your loved ones, do check up on your friends, guys. Check up on your friends, especially if you feel like it's been a while since you spoke to somebody in this point in time of academics, even cousins or siblings or family, or you know, whoever that you know that's in varsity that you care about. At this point in time, they might be going through academic stress, so please do check up on them and like just talk to them. Sometimes, guys, we just need outlets of stress, like people we can actually talk to and make understand what we're going through, because yo guys, it's rough. It's rough at this point in time. It is rough. I'm telling you, second semester comes at you like always, like sideways, everywhere, like from up, down, everywhere, like every angle it will come at you, because now there's deadlines, there's assignments to submit, there's projects, there's this, there's that, and then there's also preparing for exams, you know, going through the entire year's work. Do you know what I mean? So second semester will come at you real quick. I'm telling you, like, it will come at you real quick. So please do check up on your loved ones, even though, like, even as a university student, I feel like you knowing the pressure that you go through, sometimes you just check up on your friends every now and then, be like, hey babes, how you doing, are you still good, boo? Do you know what I mean? Like, just check up on your friends, have tea with them, have talks with them. And when your friends check up on you, tell them what you're going through, because they actually care, they actually want to know what's going on with you. So let's share, let's care, let's support each other, and let's be there for each other. I am going to set my face using the Yardley loose powder in the shade Translucent Bear. So I'm setting nicely all the areas that I used my concealer. Ain't nobody tell me this is love, but you're immune to all my pain. Hey. I need you to tell me this ain't love when you don't care that I'm in pain. Hey. Well, I care. I know I don't say too much, but I still care. La 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 la. Well, I care. I know you don't say too much, but I still. To contour my face, I'm using the Essence Mattifying Compact Powder in the shade Expresso. Powder contouring, guys, is so quick. It is so quick and easy. All your essential want to blend properly, you know what I'm saying? You just blend properly. All I'm saying is don't die alone inside. Like, don't die all alone inside. There's literally somebody you can reach out to, like a friend, a spiritual guide, a family member, a sibling. You know, like, even if you feel like you can't find anybody at a personal level that you can like look to, like maybe professional help. I know many universities do provide some form of social some counseling, and yeah, so seek help in whatever way you can. Like, please, just whatever you do, just don't die alone, please, please, because it's not worth it. It's literally like just a small fraction of your life. Like, academics is literally like if you put everything in line, guys, like there is marriage for other people want to get married, families, you know, there is having kids if you don't have kids, there's a career afterwards, there is religious activities, there's social activities, there's friends, there's so many things in life, so that when you put them together, academics is literally like a fraction of your life. Don't let it stress you out to a point where you need to take your life. It's not worth your life, I'm telling you. It is not worth. You can even find something else to venture out into. If you feel like this was the one career that I wanted to do, this is one thing that was meant for me, like what am I without it? You know, like when you start to question who you are without something, it's really not, you are not defined by your degree. That's what I'm saying. And you're not defined by whatever career path that you wanted to go into. There's other things that you can literally branch out into. There's other gifts that you're gifted with. One person does not have only one gift. I promise you, you will find something else that you're gifted in. One person does not only have one gift and one thing that's just they're supposed to do for their whole life. So there's something else in you that this world still needs. There's something else that you can give this world. So don't deprive the world of your beautiful self and your lovely talent in life. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Now comes one of my favorite parts in makeup, applying blush. I'm using the Essence Matte Touch blush in the shade 10 Peach Me Up. Ooh, I love blush, guys. Like, blush, it is one of those happy things, happy moments in makeup. Like, so lovely, so flirty, so happy, you know. And now I'm gonna move on to highlighting. I'm gonna use the Rimmel London Kate highlighting palette and use the gold shade in the middle. Going back into my eyeshadow palette, going back into the shade Bubblegum, and I'm going to use it on my lower lash line. I'm going into the shade Blush, and I'm going to use it for my inner corner. I think this comes to also parents and family members being educated and understanding that like school can be quite a lot, and they should be open enough for their children to be able to come to them when they have stress, and also be open to the idea of failure. Guys, failure is not the end of the world, and that is something that parents also need to teach their children, and also that parents also need to accept. Like, there is such a thing as trial and error. Like, you will go back again tomorrow and try it, at least this time with experience or in a different approach or something like that, but you can't beat somebody up or make somebody feel very terrible about themselves as a whole person, as a human being, because they failed. Like, that is not right. So if you're the one doing this, please, like, catch yourself, correct yourself, like, check yourself. Yeah, because think about it, people think that, or you think as a person who's adding all this immense pressure on somebody, that you're doing it because you love them and you care for them and you want them to be responsible and you want them to do better. There is such a thing as motivating somebody, and then there is such a thing as demotivating them, which is sometimes something that people blur the line between. Like, there is giving criticism, but positive criticism, and then there is criticism that is just like meant to break somebody's spirit, and that is a very dangerous game to claim. If you're gonna say something to somebody that breaks their spirit, that really affects their entire life. So like, yo guys, we really need to do better. But I suggest that individually, on an individual level, everybody knows themselves and everybody understands that you'll be criticized by people. What am I doing? I feel like I'm messing this up. You will be criticized, you will be judged, you will be the laughing stock sometimes because you didn't finish on record time. There'll be people waiting for you to fail, but you shouldn't give in. Like, literally, it is not worth your life, sis. Like, it is not worth your life. It's really not worth your life. Like, all the things that happen, all the criticism in the world, everything, like disappointment that parents say they have in you or family members, it is not worth your life. Like, think about it this way: if you stay alive, then there's a way that you'll make them proud someday. Like, you'll find a way that you'll make them proud. And if you take your life right now, then you'll never have that opportunity to make them proud. So like, your life is worth it. Your life is worth living. Like, we need you. The world needs you. There's not going to be anyone like you in this world, so we need you. Stay alive. Take care of yourself. Eat well. Live well. Do you know what I mean? So in any case, guys, I love the simple look. I think I'm loving it, honestly. I'm using the Essence Draw the Line lip liner in the shade Rich Mahogany to line my lips. So I know that many times students in different universities complain that student support is really not doing much. Like, student support is really not supporting students. They don't have enough staff, etc. So like, I feel that universities and different institutions in general need to step up when it comes to mental health and well-being and awareness, as well as families as well. Even especially in Black families, we really need to get ourselves educated. Like, uncles, moms, dads, you all need to get yourselves educated about mental health and well-being, because like, we are really dying out here because we can't speak out to our families and because they don't understand. Like, it's like, oh, I'm not well, what is it? No, I'm not well, like, I'm depressed or whatever. And they're like, what is that? Like, it's like it seems as if you are lazy and therefore you're creating this thing that doesn't really exist in order to make up an excuse, basically. So I feel that we need to educate our parents. Like, they need to get informed. Okay, we need to get informed, and systems and institutions need to step up their game when it comes to student support that they're offering for us, because you can't say you offer student support but there's so many suicide rates in university level. Like, what is your student support actually doing for your students? Are they actually supporting the students? So that's one thing you need to ask yourself. And then also, I think that we need to stop perpetuating certain stereotypes. Like, for example, this whole stereotype that men should be strong and boys should be strong and they shouldn't cry and talk about their feelings. That is bullshit. Like, that is just absolutely bullshit. Like, just throw that whole ideology out of the window. Guys, please speak up when you have problems. Speak to your friends, speak to your female friends, male friends, family members, student support if you have to, but speak out. Do not cry and die alone because you're supposed to be a man and you're not allowed to cry or talk about your feelings. Speak out. Everybody speak out, because at the end of the day, it's not worth dying all alone when you had friends and families who could support you through what you're going through and they actually didn't know. It's not worth dying. It's not worth your life. This whole thing is just a fraction of your life. And secondly, take care of yourself above everything else. So I think for this look, I'm going to use a gloss instead. I'm using this Essence Plumbing Lip Gloss in the shade Big Softy. As you can see, it's getting finished, guys. Like, I love this gloss so much. And what sucks is I've gone to Clicks and just came, and like underneath these glosses it says getting discontinued or something like that. Like, and what's worse is I can't even find my shade. Big Softy is not there anywhere that I go. Like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad because this is such a perfect nude lip gloss for a girl, black girl with hyperpigmented lips like myself. So if you have any other suggestions, guys, of any other nude glosses that you've used, you know, or that could work for a black girl with hyperpigmented lips like myself, let me know down in the comment section. It's really getting finished. Like, it's really over. Hey, guys. Yo, wow, I'm sad. Like, if there's any place where I find these, whether it's online or in store, I'm gonna jump on them and buy a couple because they're saying it's getting discontinued, so I gotta make a plan for myself. I hope I can find you. So weird because it just came this year. Well, I just saw this year. Yeah, it came this year. So it's weird that they're discontinuing it so soon and so early. I wonder what happened. I feel like I want to highlight a bit there in the center, like my lips. So I'm going to use the BB lip color by Yardley London in the shade Peanut Buttercup, and this is the lovely color, guys. Like, yo, wow, I love this. And I'm applying it right there in the center. It's right there in the center a little bit. It's not very pigmented, but it does the job, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a BB lip color. The shade is Peanut Buttercup, by the way, for the BB lip color. And this is Big Softy, but I can't find the shade anymore. Anyways, I want to say to you guys, if you are the one who's been perpetuating stereotypes, please stop. If you don't believe or you don't understand mental health and mental health issues, please get yourself educated on that. And if you are going through something or struggling, seek help, speak to somebody, speak out, because we don't want you to die all alone inside, and it's definitely not worth taking your life. So if you are considering suicide, please reconsider, because it's definitely not worth it. It is absolutely, I can assure you right now that it's not worth it. Whatever you're going through, it's not worth losing your life and taking your life over. And I hope you have a strong support system at home. Guys, let's be supportive of our friends, and obviously first, in order to be able to take care of somebody, you have to be able to take care of yourself first. So take care of yourselves, eat well, live well, be healthy, do everything in moderation, don't stress yourself out too much, and if you're suffering, again, seek help and speak out. And yeah, let's support our friends and family members who are going through whatever mental health issues they're going through, and let's just speak and stay connected to our friends who are in varsities and going through matric right now, because this is a very high peak in point in life in general, where people do consider going through suicide because they don't see, and when you're in something or going through something, sometimes it's quite difficult to see the other side. So that's why we as support structures have to be there to stand next to the person and make them realize that there is life after this point that you're going through. There is life after whatever it is that you're going through. There is life and light at the end of the tunnel. There is life out of this. This is not the only thing that your life pertains of. And I'd like to close off this video by saying, remember, very, very important, take care of yourself, live well, eat well, sleep well, and stay hydrated. Love you so much, and thank you for watching. Love yourself. You are important. I will see you in my next video. Bye.